When it comes to the Flash, one of the topics that I really like discussing is the suit he's wearing, with a simple yet iconic look that makes the Scarlet Speedster easy to recognize. The Flash suit that we love today is so iconic and has been around since the 50s. Funny enough, the Flash character himself debuted in the 40s, 1940 to be specific. But it wasn't the Flash suit that we all recognize today. The Flash that debuted was Garrick, whom we all know today as the Flash of Earth 2. His suit looks completely different than the look we're all accustomed to today, with a military-looking helmet and a more open look where his identity isn't even hidden with a mask. Even the color scheme is different, with the color blue being there mainly in the pants area. And that is not the version of the suit that we will be focusing on today, but he is technically the Flash, so we are doing a quick live-action Garrick Flash suit ranking from worst to best. We've only really had 3 live-action versions. We got Hunter Garrick, the real Garrick, and CG Garrick. These rankings are going on accuracy and personal preference, as accuracy doesn't always mean it will look good. CG Garrick and Hunter Garrick's suit look really similar, but the Flash symbol here looks hollow and it's filled out here. And Hunter Garrick is wearing gloves, which he did not wear in the comics. And the real Garrick suit doesn't really have an accurate Garrick symbol, but I do think it looks great. At number 3, we got the CG Garrick suit. From the look of it, it looks pretty accurate, but it's just a quick shot of him running in a black and white setting. There isn't much to look at, and it being CGI doesn't really help. At number 2, we are going with the Teddy Sears Hunter Garrick look. Why do I call him Hunter Garrick? Well, it's complicated. Watch season 2 of The Flash. It's a pretty accurate look, just more military, which makes sense since it's just his dad's old military gear repurposed into a superhero look. The gloves are actually a nice addition that I really like the look of. Overall, I don't really have any issues with this suit. It has a darker tint than the real Garrick suit, but that makes sense for, reasons. At number 1 of this mini rank will be the John Wesley Shipp Garrick Flash suit. The symbol could have been more accurate. I just dig the design they went with more. It feels closer to the Flash CW look with the lightning streaks that go around the suit, and it's just more colorful, and the colors are pretty accurate to the comics. It's just a better looking suit than the rest in my opinion. Now let's talk about the suit that we all know and love today, the one that Barry Allen debuted in 1956. We've had a lot of live action suits over the years. Some look amazing and some look alright, and some are just bad. In total, from what I can count, that suit has 13 live-action interpretations. I won't waste too much of your time, let's just rank them from worst to best. Starting at number 13, Legend of the Superheroes, Rod Hayes. Yeah, it's definitely a suit, it's just a bad suit. It's the first ever Flash live-action suit, and you can tell it was put together really quickly. Even the symbol isn't pointed at the right direction. Hey, it has yellow boots, and the design overall is pretty comic accurate, but as I said, comic accuracy doesn't always translate well into live action, quality does. And I don't see any quality here. Yeah, it's just not good. Number 12, Justice League of America Kenny Johnson suit. The first 2 in this list are interchangeable. At least here the emblem is pointed at the right direction, so that's something I guess. The suit is just as bad as the previous entry with some differences like the logo and the mask having some phobie eyebrow thingies. Pretty much just as bad as the previous entry, but a tiny itty bitty better. Number 11, Ezra Miller's Bat Flash suit. There is a reason why this suit looks the way it is. He needed to make a quick suit out of a spare bat suit, and this is what he came up with. I actually do not hate this suit. It looks great for what it was supposed to be. It had some Flash aspects like the tape being lightning around the arms and waist, and it made sense for whatever plot they were cooking. But if we are treating it as a Flash suit compared to the rest, it doesn't look like a good Flash suit. Number 10, Ezra Miller's Nightmare Flash suit. It's a very different futuristic suit. It has this helmet that opens up and closes up, I guess in an Iron Man style. Honestly, when the mask is closed, other than the Flash emblem being there, it barely resembles the Flash. But under the mask, it has an inner mask, I guess, which really makes it Flash-like. I don't hate this suit. It's a pretty cool concept for a nightmare apocalypse, but it's just that. An alternate design, so again, compared to the rest, it's not as good. It's not as good as the good old Flash look. Number 9, John Wesley Shipp's Flash suit. This suit is just great to look at. Something about that fabric translates well into live action. I like that shade of red. It's not too bright, it's not too dark. Sadly, no gold boots, which would have fit greatly on it. I really dig that cowl. It's got that early Wally West look. The only thing that is off about the suit is the outrageous muscle padding. It's just too much and it really hurts this suit. If it weren't for those paddings, the suit would be among the best. In promo shots, it doesn't look too bad, but when the actor is in the suit and you see him moving with it, it looks kinda goofy. It has an old school look to it, and as an old school suit, it really looks great for the time. But compared to the suits that we get later on, it's not nearly as great. Number 8, CW Season 5 Flash Suit. I honestly don't hate this suit like most people do. It looks good for the most part, the fabric looks great and surprisingly resonated well in the live action. It had a very comic accurate look with the lightning streaks on the forearms and waist. Again, no gold boots. It's just that cowl. It looks weird. I like the neck part, but the mask part of it looks jarring and is trying to mix a latex mask with a fabric suit. It just looked off. The cowl can seriously make or break a suit, and this suit proved it. The bodysuit looked sleek and is perfect for a speedster, but that cowl just ruins it. This was the basis of what the suit is gonna look like in the later seasons, but the suit right now as is doesn't look as good only because of that cowl. Number 7, CW Season 1 Episode 1 through 8 Flash Suit. It is the first ever suit for the show, so it will always have a special place. Now, you would probably say it's the exact same suit as the first 3 seasons. It's actually not. The bodysuit, sure, it is the same, but the main difference is in the cowl. In the first 8 episodes, this is the cowl that debuted the suit. And it's an alright cowl, just compared to the other one, it's not as good. I don't like how the cheek part, I guess, is that wide, but thankfully it's fixed in the next entry. In number 6, CW Season 1 Episode 8 to Season 3 Episode 23 Flash Suit. The cowl is a really important part in the Flash costume, and this one is just perfection. It looks amazing on Grant Gustin. Let's be honest, anything on that man would look great, but this one specifically is just perfection. It's a perfect Flash cowl design in my opinion, and honestly, it is my favorite live action cowl. Kind of a side tangent, but in the show they kept the same cowl for the CGI model, which was always jarring switching from the actual cowl to the previous one he wore. Even in the beginning of Season 2, they still used that same CGI model with the old cowl. It really adds nothing to the conversation, it's just something that was always jarring to me. Other than the cowl, everything else was pretty good, but the colors were too dark for my taste, especially for the Flash who always radiated hope with that bright red suit. And if you haven't noticed, this might be a recurring theme, but no gold boots. That always annoyed me in live-action adaptations, but the gold boots are an iconic look for the character, and it just makes sense for the guy whose shtick is running to have special boots and not just boots. A lot of classic Flash aspects were missing, but as I said in the beginning, not everything has to be comic accurate. The overall look of the suit resonated well with me and looked good on TV, especially with that beautiful cowl. Also, the change from red background to white on the emblem made the suit pop more. It's still the same suit, and I don't think the emblem changing color is as big of a deal like the cowl changing, which is why I didn't give it its own spot. Number 5, the Flash 2023 movie suit. As I said in my previous Flash video, my favorite Flash design that we ever got was the New 52 suit. The way the lightning streaks on that suit light up when he uses his speed just looks beautiful, and I really do love it on this suit. What I'm trying to say is the bodysuit looks great. I love the bright red on the material he's wearing. It really does look nice. Everything else though, this suit needs a few tweaks to be a perfect suit. Let's first of all start with that cowl. It's more of a mask, but it just doesn't look good. The cheek parts, I don't know what to call them, are way too close to the mouth, and honestly was a huge downgrade to the previous one he wore in Zack Snyder's Justice League. The suit feels like it wants to be comic accurate, but not at the same time. It's like the guy who made the suit doesn't know how to make up his mind. Is it comic accurate or is it not? It has gold parts on the boots, but the boots aren't fully gold, which just looks weird. It has lightning streaks that starts from the back and ends at the waist, but doesn't go all the way around, which low-key makes him look naked. The same can be said about the forearms. The lightning streaks are there, but they don't go all the way around. This pissed me off so much, I got the McFarlane statue. Yes, I know, I got the worst Flash movie statue. Look, it was the only one I can get. Give me a break. And I did these tweaks myself. I got myself some gold paint, painted them gold boots on, and painted the waist and forearms so the lightning streaks can go all the way around. And in my humble opinion, I would say I cooked. And this does look better. I sadly can't change that cowl, so I do have to live with it now. And now, I stare at both Superman and the Flash every time I use my PC. That really added nothing to the conversation. I just wanted to say that. Number 4, CW Season 6 to Season 7 Flash Suit. It's the same bodysuit as the Season 5 one, but better, with the addition of lightning streaks that go around the body, which makes the bodysuit pop a lot more. And it fixed the issue with the previous Season 5 suit, the cowl. They made him a cowl with the same material as the bodysuit and not a weird latex mix. And it just looks right. It's a very classic simple Flash design that needs just one thing. One little addition that will make it 10 times better. You guessed it, gold boots. but I have a feeling that might be fixed later on. Before getting into my top 3 live-action Flash suits, if you have enjoyed this video so far, I would highly appreciate your support by liking and subscribing. It would massively help out with the channel. Let's get back into it. Number 3. Ezra Miller's Zack Snyder's Justice League suit. This suit is fucking phenomenal. It's not a classic looking Flash suit, but this one doesn't really need it. It's his first ever suit, and not everything needs to be comic accurate, as I already said. It still has to feel like a Flash suit and not something completely different like the Nightmare suit. If you look at this one, you'll still immediately think, oh, it's the Flash. It's just a more armored look, and as an armored look, it's beautiful. It still has those Flash aspects like the gold ears and gold lightning streaks that go around the forearms and the waist, with an accurate cowl, although this one feels more like a mask than a cowl. It has accurate Flash colors, and I just love that shade of red and how reflective it looks at times. The contrast between the red and the black undersuit just fits so well. Also, those silver lightnings, my god, they are beautiful. It goes around the suit, and it gives the electricity that goes around it a great look when the Flash is using his speed. Also, those fingerless gloves are awesome. He probably should be covering his fingerprints, but he sacrificed that for aura, and yes, aura it does give him. I'm just biased because I do really like the look of fingerless gloves. They just look cool to me. No gold boots, but still, my god, I really do love this suit. If it weren't for the next 2 entries, it would be my favorite. Number 2, CW Season 8 to Season 9 Flash suit. It's the same suit that we saw in Season 6, but better. Better because of one simple addition. Yes, finally, gold boots. Yes, just yes. I love how gold boots can add so much to a Flash suit, and I honestly never understood why it was never there in live action for the longest time. As I said, the 2023 Ezra Miller suit had gold parts but didn't go fully gold. And the first 2 entries were just low-quality Halloween costumes, and I don't think we should even put them in consideration. I don't know if they were afraid gold boots would just look goofy, but this suit proved them otherwise. It's just a beautiful classic Flash suit that is beautiful to look at, especially at night. In the only good episode of Season 9, I could not stop glazing this suit in the setting that it was in. The nighttime made the suit look great. My only gripe is that it can look a little too bright in daylight. I'm not saying it looks bad in daylight, it still looks great, it just can look a little too bright at times. What sucks is we have to look at that suit in the worst seasons of The Flash, where the show was completely unwatchable. It's funny because as the suits got better, the show got worse, but they can definitely be proud of this work of art they made. But it's not number 1. Gold boots are not everything. The next entry proves that. And at number 1, you guessed it, CW Season 4 Flash suit. Talk about a work of art. My god, the material on both this suit and the gold parts, just holy crap. I'm really trying to avoid the word perfect here, as my only nitpick is that it can look a little too baggy on Grant Gustin at times. And it doesn't fit him as well as the previous suit did. Yeah, I know. No gold boots, which if it was there, it would make all of us Flash fans bust in unison. It's pretty much the same cowl he wore, which is my favorite live-action cowl, but it looks better here. That bright shade of red is perfect on it. Also, the Flash ears are fully gold, unlike the previous cowl he wore. Whatever setting he's in, whether it's at night or daylight, it just looks beautiful. I say that because, as I said in the previous entry, that suit can look too bright at daylight, but this one doesn't. This one looks gorgeous in whatever setting it's in. It didn't last that long, sadly. We only saw it in 1 episode in Season 3 and the rest of Season 4 before they destroyed it.
Look at what they did to my beautiful boy!
This suit is so beautiful. It's the one they put in Fortnite. I can glaze this suit all night long, but the video sadly has to end. I have gained a lot more subscribers due to my previous Flash video, which performed really well, and I can't thank you all enough for the support. I genuinely enjoy making these videos. I love cooking up scripts where I talk about the things that I love, even the editing part. I might be insane, but the editing part is genuinely enjoyable to me. Recording lines, on the other hand, might be a bit of a pain. And it fixed the issue with the previous season side with the same material as the bodysuit and not a weird but still, it is worth it to me. In the beginning, my videos were just random gameplay videos which I had to make entertaining, and while I still plan to do that from time to time, and might make a few challenge videos on the way, but I do think that I'll be transitioning more towards this style of content. So yeah, do expect more. Any kind of support is appreciated. Thank you for liking and subscribing.
Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye!